Show 36. Show 36. Today is December the 14th.
AIGLP, Daytona Beach, Joy 106.3.
Now tuning in to Outside the Roundtable with your host H.L. Simon, where we discuss issues that affect us all.
Good afternoon. Oh, hear my mic. Good afternoon, and welcome to Outside the Roundtable. And I'm your host, H.L. Seiler. And like we do every week, I would like everyone to join me in a moment of silence for the over 300,000 people. I would like everybody to join me in a moment of silence for the over 300,000 people who have lost their lives to this pandemic, to this virus during this pandemic. So can you join me for a moment of silence, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I also like to do this each and every week. I like to send shout outs to the real heroes and sheroes of this pandemic, and that's our first responders. That's our first responders. But before I forget, I also like to send a special shout out today to Rebecca Jones. Rebecca Jones. I'm quite familiar. I know you guys are quite familiar with Rebecca Jones. They just raided her house. She was a former COVID-19 data scientist. She had worked for the health department, remember, as an analyst, and they targeted her because she wouldn't fudge the numbers. They targeted her because she refused not to do her job. So our shout goes out to Rebecca Jones. We really appreciate you, and God bless you. Now, I gotta say this. Let me start by saying it seemed that my lovely caller for last week was actually correct. That's why the show is so important. Huh? Because we all have our own points of view. And no matter how right you might think you are, just listening to other people's point of view, we'll always find the truth. And the truth was she was absolutely correct. Bless her heart. She was absolutely correct. Nancy Pelosi has signed off on a package without that $1,200 check for us, for the people. And the only reason I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt was because they were having a two bill process. So I'm thinking it's going to be a standalone attachment of about 300 billion. That's what it would have took to cover us, about 300 billion. And I'm thinking that's going to be a standalone. I'm really mad right now. So let's start by saying it seems that my lovely caller last week was actually right. Insofar as Nancy Pelosi is in fact endorsing the bill without our $1,200 check attached. They have also said they were trying to get a standalone. I guess I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, I guess. But let me ask our listeners one question today. Because we all in this together. But let me ask our listeners one question today. 386-516-8030, 8031. Let me ask you one question today. If I told you I'll give you $1,200 if you indicted Congress and let them know how you feel about us not getting these checks? Would you do it? Yes or no? The reason I say that, it lies on all us to get on the phone, email, call, whatever we got to do, make noise, and let them know that we are on the people's first campaign right about now, because the people is the one elected Joe Biden, and it's time for the people, understand me, it's time for the people to get some assistance. This is the third or fourth bill that came along since they gave us that little measly little money. That wasn't even enough. They should have been getting us $2,000 a month until the pandemic was under control. That's what they should have been doing. But all they're doing is using this as an opportunity to enrich themselves and their friends. And it's a shame. And I'm talking about Democrats too. But if somebody, listen, if anybody told you that you could get $1,200, just get a hold of Congress. Make sure you tell them. Because they got congressional aides. That's what they're there for. You pay for that too. Tell them you want to hear from them. You tell your representative you would like to hear from them. And you let them understand why it's crickets when it comes to our money. At first they was talking about the stimulus package. And now they conveniently not even mentioning it. Not even talking about it. Are you kidding me? They went from Friday, because people had called in all last week. So you got their attention. Then as soon as it subsided, they come try to hit us with 2 different packages, and now they don't got the $1,200 check in it. We got to get back on the phone. We got to get back on the phone. We got to get email. We got to do whatever we got to do. It's people's first. Just say people's first. Email people's first. In big bold letters, people's first. We first. Don't y'all pass no bills. No stimulus pack without that $1,200 check for these working poor people. All us working poor. Anybody making $100,000 on down, you working poor. Don't fool yourself. I said again. If you make less than $100,000 a year, we working poor. You may not like that, but it's the truth. They really understood how the super rich is fleecing this country of our hard-earned tax dollars. You would be demanding that $1,200 check. You wouldn't be talking about, well, I'm good. We don't need the $1,200 check. We need that $1,200 check. If they can send the Lakers $5 million, and the Lakers a $1 billion company, if they can get the other company, his name escaping, they can send them $10 million, they send it back. If you can send millionaires and billionaires money, don't be fooled. They can send you some money. Trying to act like you all that because you make $100,000 or something. That ain't no money. Compared to what they doing and compared to what they making. We all deserve a piece of the pie. I want anybody who come up with ideas and innovations and work hard, I want them to be able to make it in America. I want them to be able to live good in America. Why we hate on each other so much? That's what they want us to do. Why we hating on each other? They're out there fighting in the street of D.C. for a con man. Killing each other over a con man. And the sad thing about it, he don't care about him at all. Those same people you fighting out there give you more Are they parking the Donald Trump will? Are you kidding me? Stop drinking that Kool-Aid. Because he ain't gonna drink it. Stop drinking that Kool-Aid. We all in this together. Democrat as well as Republicans. Y'all out there fighting. You out there fighting for what? Because somebody, anybody, 386-516-8030, 516-8030, can anybody tell me what they supposed to be mad about? What the Republicans is supposed to be mad about? Can anybody tell me? Because you know, listen to me, now you know I know, and you know we know, that they got sense enough to know that this election was the most secure election of all time. How you gonna cheat when they got cameras watching you do the whole process? How you gonna cheat how you gonna cheat? We ain't got no evidence. Number one, how you gonna cheat when you ain't got no evidence? Can anybody call me? Anybody, please tell me how you gonna say I'm cheating when you ain't got no evidence? There's no evidence. But get back, if somebody told you that you get $1,200, they want you to get a hold of Congress. We need to, listen y'all, we need to inundate their phone lines right now. Right now, I'm speaking. As soon as I get off this air, we need to be inundating these people right now because guess what? They going home Friday. I got a caller. Call you on the air with HL. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. Said to call you if there was some evidence of cheating, and there is tons of evidence of cheating. The cameras were on. It's been shown time and time again, but I think that some of the channels just don't show it. So the people that are marching in Washington, they are upset because they really feel that the election was stolen.
Hold on one second.
And I just don't.
Hold on one second. Whoever calling, I'm sorry, ma'am. Whoever calling on 30, call on 31. Is that is? Call on 31. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted the beeping to stop because it's interrupting you.
That's okay. But I appreciate you taking my call, and that's all I just wanted to say.
Oh.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, but don't go. But you was absolutely right. You was absolutely right. And I started the show by telling you that you were right. She signed off on a bill. I gave her more benefit of the doubt than you did.
Well, you know, it's a lot going on in politics and stuff, and I just appreciate you having an open mind so that you don't mind hearing views that, opposing views. So I really appreciate that.
I love
I
all.
just want to say, have a blessed day, and and I enjoy your program.
But can I ask you a question before you go?
Yes.
Do you feel that those people, you said people was protesting in Washington because they feel what now?
They feel the election was stolen. And really, there's been a lot of, feedback and all that shown on TV on the channels that I look at, where there was a lot of suspicious activity going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's been a lot of, tons of stuff, but they can't, the courts have not accepted the cases, of course, but they have all kinds of documentation, films.
But can I say something to you?
Yes.
Do you realize that Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin was ran by the Republicans? Those elections were ran by Republicans?
Was ran by Republicans?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because the local state and government run their own elections, and the Republicans were in charge in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm not, I don't know if I have a lot of information on that, but
Right.
I do know the problem was that for those particular state situations where they had the mail-in vote,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that at a certain point, Joe Biden was way behind in the count, and then all of a sudden, like about 2 or 3 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
everything came in was for him.
Right, because that's when they call dumping. That's when it was, when they get a certain amount, that's when they turn them in. And it could have been different because it was Trump. Now the Republican was the one, Trump, that said he didn't want the mail-ins to be counted until after same-day voting. So it gives you the impression that he was ahead, and all of a sudden where these people come from. But he didn't let the pre-election votes be counted until after the same-day voting was counted. That's why he jumped on TV that night and tried to say, "Oh, I'm declaring myself as the winner" at 12 or 1 o'clock at night.
Well, the thing of it is, the bottom line is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping everything works out for the better. I can't see it right now with the administration. I mean, with our current president-elect and vice president. I can't see it. I'm sorry, I really can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that whoever's in office, God is allowing them to be in office. So I feel like we just have to wait and see about a lot of things. But I think that we have, I don't want us to go backwards with our relationship with China and the progress we've made, with holding them accountable and, and all the things that's being said now that Joe Biden and his family may be compromised with China and all that. And I believe that, and those things are factual. It's not like things they're making up. It's just factual,
But you know what?
And,
But you know what? I mean to cut you off. We're gonna always have Republicans and Democrats, and we're gonna always differ on different policies because it's like I was saying, alluding to it in some of my earlier shows. A lot of us have watched the game from different places in the stadium, so we're gonna see the game differently.
Right.
But
Right.
this guy, to me, he just makes the whole country. I feel like the whole country's unsafe for some reason with him. It seems to me it's like nobody's watching the door. And that's the only thing that scares me.
Well,
I mean, when you start firing the people, the head of the Defense Department, the head of the CIA, when they come and telling you that the head of the cyberspace guy, you fired him, and now what we do, we find out that Russia was just the other day trying to, have a cyber attack on our system. It just looked like the Republicans are un-American more than anybody, because un-American to me is when people need help and when we're in a situation. He said we was in a war. Okay, if we was in a war, then you put to treat us like this wartime. I don't think letting the people, out here with, suffering and doing away with things that's gonna help people. If you tell us to close down, people ain't got no money. But you can always, but you can come in session 2 or 3 times and not do anything for the people, but then you can rush in session smack in the middle of an election to pass another Supreme Court justice.
yeah, I tell you, it's just a lot of things going on with politics, and it just truly is.
You're absolutely right. A lot of things going on in politics, and it's people like yourself, it's people like you and me that's going to make a difference by just using our voice and our vote. That's all we got is our voice and our vote. But we got to demand that they do right by us. That's all I ask. I know we're going to differ on policies, but at least the core issue got to be you got to do right by the people, at least.
Yeah, I know, and that's not what's happening now. And I won't get into it, but I think I really do see what it is. It's about power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've learned and looking at everything that it's just about power. And I hate to talk about the party that you support, but see, I mean, it's almost like they will do anything to make sure that, that the left stays has power. Because even holding up the stimulus checks, they wouldn't, anything that they could do that would help Donald Trump, they wouldn't do it. I mean, even they didn't care about the small businesses, they didn't care about us. So they just held it up, and it's still being held up. So, and it's all about power.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think it's a special, maybe I should say this, but I think it's a special place in hell for certain people that do the evil things that they do. They don't care because they are wealthy, they are rich. They don't have to worry about, can I buy Christmas toys for my grandson or, pay the rent. They don't care.
Exactly.
They just don't care. And so they've held it up, and all kinds of offers was made to Nancy Pelosi. She didn't agree with none of it until after the election. And then the amount that she actually agreed to was $1 trillion less than what had been offered. But she just would not, agree to anything before Joe. She felt like, and she said it.
Mm-hmm.
She admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but dear heart, now I don't know the reasons why it's still on hold. I mean, I really don't, because sometimes I have to take a break from listening to that stuff. But anyway, I'm hoping that things will work out, and that's what I'm hoping. Some kind of way they got to do something because not just the families are suffering, but I'm really concerned also about small businesses. Everybody's losing their business and they can't hold on, they can't pay the workers, and all those kind of things. So, but I think that eventually a stimulus. At one point they just wanted to reduce the amount from 1,200 to 600, except the families with the two people would get the 1,200, but the single parents would get, households would get 600. So, but anyway, eventually they will pass a stimulus. I really do believe it, but it's terrible if they don't do it before Christmas because there are people that are very much in need.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree.
Okay, so sir, thank you for taking my call, and I will continue to listen and try to learn.
Thank you. And thank you. You're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime. Have a blessed day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You as well.
Calling you on the air outside the round table with HL. Go ahead. I'm okay.
I just want to say that this show give us the facts, and I also want to say that this was one of the most secure elections. Because when I went to vote, I had to show my ID, and then they sent me over to the little booth. I filled out everything. My friend was getting ready to come over there. They told him, no. After I filled everything out, I entered into the slot, and it went through. Once it took it, they gave me the paper saying that I voted. So all this lies and everything about cheating, I really don't believe it. It didn't happen, and I can say that when I went, no one was looking, no one was taking nothing. Every eye was on that election thing. So all this lying about cheating and stuff, I really don't believe it. It was really secure.
I think it was the most secure election because they was looking for cheating. So how you gonna cheat when they're looking for cheating? And then, and to me, how can you cheat when the Republicans? How you gonna blame your own people? Y'all in charge. The Republicans was in charge. How you gonna blame your own people? I mean.
You think for 1 minute Trump wanted to win so bad? You think they was going to let the election slip away from them? No way. So that's why we could tell it was fair and quick.
I agree with you 100%.
All eyes was on this election.
Yes, sure was. Sure was.
Like I said, when I went there, it was safety and it was well secured. Nobody could slip away with nothing because they enter in
Exactly.
They had to check your ID. You had to be a United States citizen. So how is it illegal to vote? There's no way.
That's right.
And you had to show them your registration card.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to be a registered voter. So how can you cheat?
Exactly.
There's no way. And like I say, I'm for the Democrats. I know all about the Democrats. Because when we grew up, if it wasn't for the Democrats, half the people would have starved to death. That's just a fact. Republicans don't care about the poor. They never have, and they never will. And that's all I gotta say today.
Thank you.
Keep on feeding us with all the good information.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
All right. Have a blessed day.
And you too. Bye-bye. Listen, we got to get on the phone, like I was saying, inundate those phone lines. Listen to me. If y'all want some money to buy some presents with, or to pay that bill that's due, a little extra money to help you out a little bit, you need to get on this phone. You need to get on that computer. You need to find who your representative is. And you need to tell them we need to do it all together. We need to tell them, I dare y'all to pass one more stimulus package, and y'all ain't got nothing for the people. Because if you do, we're going to vote you all out. That's all you got to do. When are we going to get people that's going to go fight for us? They taking your vote. They taking my vote for granted. That should have been the number one item on the agenda. Getting help to the people that's out here working that ain't making enough to get by because of the COVID-19. Calling you on the Ellis HL outside the round table. Go ahead.
I just want to let you know, tell the people that they can't get no bills passed unless they go by Obama.
Yep. Gotta get Mitch McConnell. I just talked with some people in Georgia before I got on the show. Y'all gotta get Mitch McConnell out of that Senate. Anybody who call themselves the Grim Reaper, and you put them in an ambivalent position to help people.
And I want to say one more thing. Without Mitch McConnell, a lot to be did, and the senator, she had to get what she could get. Because if he don't sign the bill, you don't get nothing.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you for the call, caller. Listen, if Nancy Pelosi, we need to be calling in, emailing people first. People in big bold letters. People first. Everybody. Let's get a hold of your representatives. People first. Let's get the movement. People first. Don't y'all pass no bill without the people first. Don't y'all do that. That ain't no good look. We're in the worst pandemic ever. People out here in food bank line for miles. Y'all done came back and passed everything but help for the people. We gotta organize. We gotta talk among each other. We gotta find out who the people representing us and what they doing. This don't make no sense. Right in the middle of Christmas. Y'all got y'all little money though. Now y'all passing another bill. The people that need it less, getting the most. We need a people first movement. Y'all hear me? Y'all want to try to get that money, that $1,200 check that can help you out over these holidays. Y'all need to be on the phone right now. You're talking to me right now. Email her while I'm on the phone, while I'm on the radio talking to you right now. It's serious out here. Are you kidding me? You need to be on that phone. Because guess what? If you don't, they ain't in no hurry for y'all. See you in almost February. Because Biden going to get now in the 20th, and it's going to take another month or two for he to do something. I'm telling you. Listen to what I tell you. I ain't been wrong yet. Oh, except for last week, I was wrong. I've been wrong a lot of times. That's why I need y'all. But we all together. If I miss something, y'all gonna catch it. If y'all miss something, I'm gonna catch it. That's what it's all about. Because they ain't studying us. They tone deaf. Because they good. I can't tell you they good. If you tell somebody you need, listen to me. Listen to me, everybody. Just listen to me. You know, one of HL kooky analogy. I ain't hit y'all with one up in a long time. If you go and ask somebody, tell somebody you about to get put out your house, you ain't got no food to eat. Your life's gonna get cut off. They supposed to have your back. And then you go and tell them. And then you go home thinking they finna handle their business. And you call back and the white tell you he gonna play golf. He gonna play golf. Go to play golf? What you say? Oh, he going to play golf. I give these type of analogies so people can kind of understand what this president is doing to us. How can you go play golf every day when people die? People out here dying. How can you go play golf? People first. People's first. Don't y'all do another bill without the people first, please. Nancy Pelosi, let me tell you something. You and Chuck Schumer, let me tell y'all something. If y'all sign off on the bill, because already Harley, Republican of Missouri, and Bernie Sanders, independent of Vermont, already said they opposed the bill. They ain't signed. Listen to me. Nancy Pelosi, listen to me. Chuck Schumer, listen to me. If y'all pass the stimulus package and that $1,200 ain't the first thing on there, and y'all pass the people over one more time again, after we just showed up to vote during a pandemic, maybe to you, but to us, it's like voting in the middle of a hurricane. People would like to have some relief, please. Are y'all serious? Y'all gonna keep acting like y'all helping the people while y'all enriching yourself? No. Listen, everybody. Everybody need to be alarmed. Everybody need to wake up. Put the games down. And just listen for a second. You know what? Nancy Pelosi, if you sign off on that bill, I nominate AOC for House Speaker. Huh? I nominate AOC for House Speaker. If Nancy Pelosi sign off on that bill, we need to get us another House Speaker. I'm down with AOC. I'm down with Adam Presley. I'm down with all of them. On the progressive wing. Because all the middle and the markets do is capitulate toward the Republicans. Call it Young L with HL outside the round table. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer can't do a thing without Miss McConnell and the president. So when she signed a bill, she signed into what she might get through. So they got no control over what Mitch McConnell and the president. They can write all the bills they want, pray all they want, but if Mitch don't want it to go through, it will not go through.
All right, thank you, Carla. Listen, Nancy Pelosi, I'm going to say it again. Nancy Pelosi, if you sign off on that bill, I'm through with you. Chuck Schumer, you sign off on that bill, I'm through with you. We all know Mitch McConnell going to obstruct. But just to thought of you signing a bill without the people first. Without the people first. We all know what Mitch McConnell gonna do. He gonna do what he do, the same thing he did during Obama. That's still under the excuse Nancy Pelosi for signing off on it without that $1,200. Mitch McConnell don't supposed to be the one fighting for us, so I ain't studying Mitch McConnell. I'm studying Nancy Pelosi. She the one supposed to be fighting for us. Mitch McConnell doing what he supposed to be doing, fighting against us. I got a problem with those who supposed to be fighting with us. I already know what those fighting against us gonna do. People work for us. We the bosses. We their bosses. We got to get in that mindset. That's why we got to unite. Because our voices together can be heard. But I'm outraged. I'm upset. Y'all just don't know. I'm outraged. They keep trying us and trying us and trying us. When are we going to do something? When are we going to say, oh, you know what? We're going to we ain't paying taxes this year because you know what? Y'all taking our tax money and doing what y'all want to do, and we ain't getting nothing. Trump using all our tax dollars for all these frivolous lawsuits. Carl, you on the area with HL outside the round table. Go ahead.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
My take on this is, first and foremost, the earth is the Lord's, the fullness of the world, and they that dwell in it. Nothing belongs to us. But if we, the people, the church, go back and do what God said at 2 Chronicles 7 and 14, then God will hear from us and he would heal our land. There's a lot of repentance that needs to be done. We need to look to the hills from whence come our help, and our help comes from the Lord, Jesus Christ. And then we'll see a difference. God put one king in order, and he put down another. Jesus said if we lean on him, that he won't let us fall. We can't look to man. We can't look to the government. We need to look to Jesus Christ. That's the only way to get to God. I thank you for what you do. And we need to agree that we can disagree. We don't need to argue, fuss, and fight. Everybody has an opinion. God made us all different.
That's right.
But I am for what you are saying. And I do think you was trying to get in last week, and I'm kind of driving. But we need to get back on our faith. We need to get out to the highways and byways and go into the world and preach the gospel. God is sending us a message. We are putting our trust in man and not trusting in him. The worship is not to God the Father, the Trinity, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. We're looking at the government. But if we seek God, come to him, ask him, he said in his word that he will provide all of our needs according to his riches and glory by Christ. not the U.S. government. I understand you, Pastor. I listen to you just about daily. But I did want to get this in. Let us seek the Lord face and trust in Him and pray for these authorities that He has set in office. Our prayer is for them that God give them the wisdom, that they would love and seek and be fair, not to some people, but to all the people. I thank you so much for giving me this time. My name is Angel. God bless you all, and have a good day.
Thank you so much. God bless you too. That's what we need. We got to put God first. We got to go back and establish a culture where love and loyalty and respect is germane. So we're gonna take a break right quick, and we'll be right back.
For gospel music on FM.
Okay, we back. Okay, cool. Listen, we having a good show today. I appreciate everybody. Everybody had a lot to say today. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 300. Just listen to it. We are at 300,000 dead. We're still on national plan. That's why I'm so animated and outraged. It's like everything going on as usual when the virus is worse than it ever been. We got a guy, and then we got a guy we just elected. The working poor. The working poor just elected. The people who make less than 100,000 just elected him. He hasn't even spoke one time about $1,200. Make sure y'all got that $1,200. Hey, we voted for you, man. You can at least say something. That's what I keep talking about. It don't care about McConnell. That don't excuse you. If you're going to fight with me and we lose, I want you to come to fight with me. Not say you didn't fight because you didn't think we could win. That's what I'm talking about with Nancy Pelosi now. It don't matter if we lose. It matters if they fight. Ain't nobody fighting. Oh, she gonna try to get what she can get. No, she ain't trying to get what she can get, because guess what? Trying to get what she can get consists of the people first. Trying to hear that? Stop it already. The people first. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. She supposed to vote for that $1,200 check and let Mitch McConnell bat it down if he's going to bat it down, and let him be the fool. You put the states and the local municipalities on there. So why you couldn't put the people on there? Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Stop it. We matter. People out here, y'all do realize we done lost whole cities to this virus? It's serious out here. Imagine the whole city of Pittsburgh dead. Or the whole city of St. Louis dead. That's how many people don't die. In these cities, that's how many people don't die. 300,000 people, man. That's a Katrina about every day for about 5.5 months. That's 5 times more people than we lost in Vietnam. Kidding me? That's a 9/11 every day for 100 days. And he's still saying we're going to lose 100,000 people before sometime around January sometime in January. Are you kidding me? There's 100,000 more of us going to die. And we don't even know who it is. I hope it ain't me. I don't know about you, but I hope it ain't me. Everybody, please be safe. I keep telling anybody who will listen. I feel we're on a plane with no pilot. And we got to land this baby ourselves. Huh? We got to land it ourselves. Ain't no need of being in a cockpit talking about, Mitch McConnell blocking us from landing the plane and all that. We ain't got to land it ourselves. We must come together among ourselves and communicate with each other. And we'll get through this ordeal. Plain and simple. We got to get on that phone and email them and say, look here, all the representatives, y'all better not have no bill come out there without that $1,200. Y'all can do it, but y'all won't do it. And you gonna tell me about what Mitch McConnell gonna do? When you go into a fight, you come into a fight with all your tools. You don't worry about what the next man gonna do. You bring everything. That's my point. Don't make no excuses for her. Helping out the people. Stop it. That's what they want you to do. We come first. People first. Things like that. All we have is our vote and our voice. You see, Bernie Sanders went on record saying he wasn't going to vote for no bill that doesn't include a $1,200 check. That's what they're supposed to been doing. Even the Republicans had sense enough. Joe Crowley out of Missouri had sense enough to say it should be one. All you got to do is call your email. You should have these people, these representatives. You should have their numbers on speed dial. Huh? You should have their numbers on speed dial. The email, you should be hitting them up on their email. Get your kids, knock on your kids' door. Tell them to go on and call their buddies up. And let's hit them up. If y'all want a little extra toys, y'all better come on and get that email and start sending a message in and tell we need that money. If y'all want some extra toys, if y'all want some extra stuff. Or if y'all want me to get this because I got to pay this bill and I ain't got enough money to pay this bill. That's how you got to do it. We got to get engaged. Because when we vote for people and they become elected, we need to have their family members and we need to hold their feet to the fire. See, they come over and laugh and kiss the baby and all that, and then you don't see them for a whole another 4 years or 6 years, whatever it is. No, I want to know what you're doing. Not the personal number, but the congressional number. People don't want you with their personal number, but their congressional number. You demand. Tell them Stafford, look, I demand he call me back too, as a matter of fact. Don't just take this, no message, and he'll call. No, I tell him I expect him to call me back. We've been through a lot this last year, people. The American people have been through a lot this last year. We sit around starving. We sit around, got no money, and we watching the Wall Street gang make more money than they ever made. Get some money from Wall Street. Get some money from corporations. Now the airlines asking for more money? Are you kidding me? They shouldn't have got none. High prices. So people's first, everybody. People's first. People first. Let's get in the mindset. People first. Let's be selfish for a minute. Let me tell everybody something. Listen to me. We matter. We matter, and together we hold the power. Trust me. And the sooner we realize that, the sooner we can come together as a whole. We need to form our own voting bloc, ladies and gentlemen. The working poor. Everybody making $100,000 on down. Because it don't seem like none of the policies benefit us. They even benefit the super poor, the super rich. What about the working poor? Because guess what? We the people who keep this country going. Believe it or not. Black, Latino, white, Asian, all of us. We're all in this together. They know that. They just don't, they keep us at each other's throat. So we can't figure it out. Huh? So we can't figure it out because they know once we figure it out, it's game over. So we need to get to work right now, after the show, while the show, at the end of the day. Whatever it is you feel will help us. So now it's up to the listeners to get the word out. Hey, we need to do this today, everybody. Call it a day. Don't be looking for no checks. Don't be looking for no check waiting on Biden to get in office, because you're talking about February, March now. Listen, the tone deafness in Washington, as far as the working people, is unbelievable. They're tone deaf when it comes to us. That's why what our parents always told us. Huh? The squeaky wheel get the what? The squeaky wheel get the oil. So we got to be squeaking and hollering and everything else. We got to be doing it. Because they not paying attention to nothing about concerning us. They dealing with all their little petty differences. Meanwhile, listen, when you have an opponent, listen to me, everybody. This is an analogy that you can use in life, period. When you have an opponent, I'm not going to say enemy, because we're all Americans. When you have an opponent, and in order to deal with that opponent, you got to learn how he or she operates. Huh? Right or wrong? You got to learn how he or she operates. That's common sense, right? Okay, yeah, we know that. Okay, we did good then. So now you got Moscow Mitch McConnell, who has called himself the Grim Reaper. And who does that? Can somebody call and tell me who does that? Because to me, that's an oxymoron. Because how could you be in a position of someone who's supposed to be entrusted with the people's well-being and supposed to be altruistic, and then come out and call yourself the Grim Reaper? Are you kidding me? Here's a man killing all the bills that the House passed by simply not putting them up for a vote. Now y'all know that's too much power for one man. I'm going to ask y'all again. Is it me? Or does it seem that the Republicans are the true un-Americans as far as helping people is concerned? I told you guys when I started this show that I promise you that I'm going to speak out at every turn when it comes to the well-being of the people of this country and the people of the Volusia County area. And I mean that. This show speaks up for the voiceless, and I'm always in defense of the good. Because what we have seen, ladies and gentlemen, since the election is what I call a soft coup. A soft coup! Because it's amazing that 77% of Republicans think Trump was cheated. But you know, the most glaring aspect of the entire situation is the fact that it's all because of misinformation. All because of misinformation. And that's why I say we got to do something about misinformation. Because those that we elect and put in power need to tell us the truth when it comes to the issues that pertain to us. Don't you think? Duh. So now how do you even have a conversation with somebody spewing out falsehood, and no matter how much facts you give that person, they won't budge from the way they feel? Are you kidding me? How you deal with a person like that? So Democrats, stop saying, when you come up there, we won't get everything. Because when you say we won't get everything, when you do these press conferences, we already know you're talking about the people looking for the $1,200 checks. Because every time you come up with that, we can't get everything, we the ones who paying the most money, they always get the bad end of the stick. And ain't nothing gonna change if nothing don't change. So stop saying that, because we know it's cold for the working poor ain't getting nothing. I said we don't change the very foundation that this democracy is built on. we're going to lose this democracy, man. Because the framers installed this democracy with the people in those positions in mind that was going to be ambivalent to the people that they were supposedly governing. So when you get politicians that work counterproductive to help the people, to me that's un-American. I don't know about y'all. But anyway, listen, if you missed the show, this show 36, Outside the Roundtable. You go to Vimeo, you go to YouTube, you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, and you say, oh, well, I missed the show. What show was it? 36. Oh, it's 36. You type in Outside the Roundtable, and any one of those platforms, /36, and you got us here at Outside the Roundtable. Now, if you want to send an email, Outside the Roundtable at gmail.com. And hey, don't y'all forget, that GoFundMe still at the same spot it's been at. I know things are hard, but every little count. And this show is really important to the community. So having said that, love everybody. Be safe. Until next Tuesday at noon, this is HL Sal Outside the Roundtable, and I'm out!